I think we like to do that. I think that the nature of the free enterprise system is one of excess and drought, and usually it gets overdone or underdone, and both of those are not natural or good conditions to fall into, but they happen. And I think that because of the way we tried to get hold of the banks after the Great Depression, we've done a much better job of controlling that particular phenomena, although those sitting here in New York might not feel that that's been accomplished necessarily. But I assure everybody else in America it really has, is that I think that there are a number of factors that led to it, and clearly they were all related to money being too cheap. Is that there was too much money from globalization going around, and people were not putting the right kinds of safeguards in place. From the mortgage origination piece of it, where people were able to originate mortgages, get fees, and never have any stake in whether the mortgage ever got paid off. From people who actually took out mortgages who knew they couldn't afford to do it. I think we all tend to feel sorry for everybody that took out mortgages that couldn't afford them. Let's get real here. I mean, I grew up in the Midwest. If you can't afford it, you don't buy it, okay? So it's not to say that just the mortgage originators were evil or the banks were evil. Everybody was bad in this whole process. The people who thought they were offloading it, frankly, got surprised that it wasn't truly being offloaded. Frankly, some of our accounting through mark-to-market with the SEC rules has caused some of this issue to occur. So there's been a variety of factors that have led to actually having this happen. Now, the good news is that the Federal Reserve has come out with some different standards. States who are the implementing body, the legally enforcing body for those regs, I think are going to be much more sensitive to enforcing them, particularly on mortgage originators. And I think we will tend to avoid some of these problems in the future. But the problems continue to evolve. That's a wonderful thing about a great system of free enterprise. These people will continue to get creative. So these derivative products, they will maybe be controlled more directly in the future. Somebody will create a new mousetrap, and we'll continue to have to try to chase that. But they create huge amounts of wealth, excuse me, and huge amounts of jobs in the meantime, and then there's a lot of pain when it goes too far. And you wish it could all be self-regulating. It just doesn't happen to be, partly because they can't even tell where the world might go. They think that what is now will always be.